Well, good afternoon, everyone, on this fine Sunday. Hope you all are having a great day out there. Trying to figure something out. There we go. Trying to figure out why we're still showing nobody here when obviously there are people here. All right, so interesting how this works out sometimes. Okay, well, welcome aboard, folks. I hope you all enjoyed today's surprise. We're gonna fly here, uh, headed up to Duluth, Minnesota. There's somebody up there. I can't ever get his name right. It's either Boondocks Saint or Duluth Fly, or I don't know what he's going by now. I mean, he may have changed it yet again. So we're going to head on up and see what we can get into up there. We're going to be taking the 727 out for a little spin, maybe, actually. FlyJSim's a 727 for Guardian Air. And we're going to actually mix it up a little bit today. We're going to actually do the behind the scenes in front of the scenes. So let's see what kind of how that works out for us, okay? So without further ado, um, let's bring up, make sure I'm on the right page there. There we go. And let's bring up Guardian Air, shall we? All right, so basically you're looking at already the flight. However, we need to make a couple changes here to it. We're not going to be landing on 30 left, much too small up there for the Whisper Jet here, the TriStar 727. So we're going to click Edit, and I'm going to use current time. So be a little, I'll be editing that here momentarily. Okay, we're going to be Pan Am Flight 3. Service CVG, which is a Cincinnati airport. By the way, it's not located in Ohio, folks. It's in Kentucky. Going up to Duluth, not located in Wisconsin, but actually in Minnesota. With the alternate, as you can tell, Minneapolis. We're going to be taking out, well, I'm going to use the one the airline wants me to use tail number wise, but the retro version of Pan Am, November 361 PA is the actual bird we're going to take into flight. Okay, then we would check these figures out next in the middle here. I want to check something. Okay, you are all seeing that. Sometimes I don't get a screen within a screen showing, so I wanted to make sure. We're scheduled for 1 hour and 55 minutes in the air. Now, here's where it gets tricky. The winds currently, and all you have to do, and I don't know if this will show, the CVG winds as of 1952, about a half hour old, I think. 19, yeah, about a half hour old. Just making sure on times, 320 at 10. And 10-mile visibility. Sorry, I got distracted as a baggage loader went right through my plane. Gotta love these AI vehicles. Few clouds at 3,400, scattered up to 8,000. That's our ceiling, so pretty good weather and visibility. I think we're going to switch that to 3.6 center. Okay, now Duluth, they're 280 at 11, 27, that's the preferred runway. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a taxi in of 20 minutes. And hang on a second, I'm just going to head over to the bird real quick. Let's see, 66 plus 24, 90 peeps. Okay, and I like to throw on at least one thing of cargo in the tail. Actually, I'm going to put on 2 today. All right, so that'll be 2,500 pounds. So let me set that. Okay, and we're going to run with 90. All right, and then let's look at the rest. We're just going by the load distribution here. Okay, and this is going to be our, no, it's not our proposed route. I'm wanting to do that one. I'll explain as we get going, but basically that's going to keep us in a more VOR to VOR type flight, more adept to this aircraft. And then just so you can see it, there you go. And we can also pull up the significant weather, couple of jet streams cutting across us. Any thunderstorms? Little bit here and there. I'm not sure if this is echoes or what, but we'll find out in flight. And possibly cloudy most of the way. And can I do any? Oh, and let's go ahead and see what centers we have. Indianapolis, Chicago, Minneapolis. I do know Chicago is up right now, so we'll deal with them in flight. All right, so what we're going to do, scroll back up to the top. Let's generate the flight plan. And that, folks, is how you do a sim brief setup. Okay. Now, scrolling down, hang on, I'm getting a cheat sheet opened up here as well. We're looking at a zero fuel weight of 120,800 pounds. Total gross weight, takeoff weight, 145,843. So you're already seeing where I get the information that I relay to you. In an hour, it's calling in air about an hour and 32 minutes. And for the fuel, we're going to block out with 25,553 in the tanks, or as close as we can get. All right, now scrolling down a little, here's our loadout again. Okay, now we get into the meat and potatoes that you're used to seeing. Part of it at least. And I'm just grabbing numbers. We are Clipper 3, right? Yeah. Okay, we're looking at 619 miles. And we're going to be doing Mach 0.80. It shows as Mach 80 on there. Here's the big thing. There's our crosswinds averaging about 74 knots. And kind of looks gloomy here. And our alternate is Minneapolis. You can find that right here. It's also up at the top. And because of the weight, 34,000 is probably as high as we'll get. We'll see here in a moment. And lastly, here's how our fuel breaks down. 2553, okay. So hopefully we'll have 10,721 when we land in Duluth. That would give us enough to get to Minneapolis, worst case scenario. Here's our routing. The Whitewater Run to Cadiz, then on to the J89 all the way to Duluth. And then we'll switch up to either the RNAV ILS en route. So, and finally, where I get the payload number, two places, right here. And it will also show up on a Sim Toolkit here in a second. Okay, and that'll be pounds. Okay, all right. Okay, folks, that sets us up with 90 people, 2,500 pounds of cargo, and a payload of 2,300 or 23,200. Now, down here, dispatch will click download. Boom, here's our flight report. Basically, same things you just saw, just formatted differently so they can go over it with us here in dispatch. And this is what our ATC strip will look like. Okay, everything looks good here. Now, with a Guardian Air. And I am going to do something here real quick just to help fellow aviators out there. I'm going to fire up my sim toolkit, load from SimBrief, and boom, we're going to have a route here in a minute. And then I think I just will have to click in and refresh. There we go. So now you can see the route up above the top. All right, we'll get over to Sim Toolkit here in a minute. We must make sure nothing major came out of it. 23.2. Nope. Okay. Cool beans. All right. Also, while I'm here, let me get Volanta taken care of. Okay. Now, for those of you wanting to fly, looks like something's going on from Northeast to Chicago. I see a lot of tracks here on Volanta going in and out of New York City as well as down to Bermuda. So something must be going on between them. So we'll see how things go in the air with, believe it or not, I actually thought about coming up in POSCon today, but I changed my mind. All right, so there you go, folks. Now you see what we get. This is what I do before I come live. All right, now with these folks here, I'm going to find my browser. There it is. And I'm going to go over here and click ACARS. It's going to open up a window that says Open ACARS, and then ACARS will fire up. Okay, and go ahead and load my bid. I say carefully. All right, and the ACARS system is running. One thing I do always like to do, and I know several others out there who do this as well, I like to go to the live map and make sure I am online. And it appears I am, so it's working. That's what we like. All right, so there you go, folks. That is getting ready. Oh, hang on, let me close out that. So that's getting ready here on Guardian Air Alliance. Great airline. If you want more information from the about them, simply go to this website, or at any time during the flight, type guard, exclamation guard, give you the web link. You can go over, check them out, and give it your what you think. So now, with this, I am actually done with this part of the pre-flight. And I am getting into the airplane, and we'll get rid of the browser for the moment. And voila, we are into 727. So now as the flight engineer, I'm walking on board. Okay, here's our loadout, folks. 90, and we're going to see how close we were to the numbers. Where's my cheat sheet? There it is. Okay, so zero fuel weight, 120, 800. Look at that, 120, 800. Boom, love it. So now let's get our fuel as close to 25, 553. Now the fuel is right here. It's not very far off. Now you could mess with these. I choose the easier one. Go one more. So we'll call it 26,000. Because here it's just the way I am, folks. I'd rather just hit the one plus sign, move them all, and it evens out that way. This looks like CG's right in the middle of the plane. And our optimum altitude shows here at 35,000. 1,050 is our distance that we've got on for fuel. Everything looks good. All right, so we're going to call out to the groundies and say, hey, we'd like ground power and air. They're not going to talk back to us, unfortunately. It's a good thing. Don't talk back to me. All right. We're going to move over to the flight engineer side. And that's all we need this for. Battery up. We're on external power. We put our essential and our backup on external, and we're set to go. We can turn on our packs. And once the air cart's hooked up, we'll see the pressure rise. Okay. Once it successfully rose, like it has, one pack at a time, folks. And we're watching our air intake, making sure we're good. Technically, that's all we need. I'm going to go for 2 and the Gasper fan now. And that should have us going for now. We'll be back here in a second. Drop down here to the hydraulics. We'll turn the A system off, turn the B system on, and then adjust lighting as you would like. Okay, finally I go up to the overhead and I help out the crew a little bit. So we'll get, and folks, I am the crew. But in real life, the flight engineer would do the flight engineer. He would help them out to some point, so when they get on, they can get the ball rolling and get this plane out of here quickly. Okay, so all the guards are down. Light checks. We'll just go ahead and do a light check here real quick. Okay. 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 Window heat's good. Wing ice good. And even the ones that are lit, I tap with it. We'll go ahead and turn on the panel floods. Since we're primed with electricity, I'm going to go ahead and kick the nav and logos on, and we'll leave it at that. I just like that view, folks. Now at night, I will switch it back to the other view just so it's not so blinding. Continuing light bulbs. And I mean every one of these work, folks. Okay, any more bulbs there? Nope. Boink, boink, boink. 747, you only had to check one of these and all of them came on, if you remembered. These work too, folks. They caught me off guard once. Okay, good. So far, so good. Okay, got one more outer, middle, inner marker lighting right over here. First officer's got to have his. Come on. Check the radar, make sure it's off. Down here on the bottom, clicking in, clicking. And that's it for here. All right, now we go where GE made a lot of money. All these light bulbs we're going to check. And if they break, it'll tell us it was replaced and GE made money. Okay, maybe Sylvania or Panasonic. I hate to think people go, oh, he's just a monopolist GE guy. I might be. All right. So far, so good. None of the light bulbs have needed to be replaced. Oh, we still got more, folks. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's an APU panel over here. And look at all these up here. Just when you thought it was safe. All right, so the light check went well. While we're here, you know what? Let's do check the Apu Fire. Okay. All right. EFB, I have this actually set up for the pilot side, so you guys can now see what we've done. All right, so we've come in, we've done our logbook, we've done our landing gear. I have not done all of the fire warning and overheat yet, but we have done the light test. And our fuel is down. That's these three levers here. That's idle cutoff. Okay. So the last fire check is done right in front of us here. Engines 1, 2, and 3 and the wheel well, and we got one more above us. Actually, two more. Okay. Good test. Oops. All right. And finally, cargo and window heat. All right. That's our fire checks. Everything's done there. I'm going to go ahead and check the overhead panel while I'm here. That's good. Good test. Slaved. Okay. We just did that check. Go to RTO. Coming down. All three are good. Testing. Good. And we are good. Window heat's on. Probe heats stay off for now. All right, now we need to put that flight plan in it. Like I said, folks, you saw how hard it is. Man, it's going to take us a long time. Not. Pilot route, F plan, K, C, V, G. Now, granted, yes, the pilots at this point in the real world would be doing it, but I'm now putting my pilot hat on, so I look grand in the left seat. Don't worry. I'll be back in the flight engineer's chair in a second. Execute. All right, here we go for the flight plan. Okay, we'll do the departure first. We're doing 3-6 center, so we'll do departure, CVG, this line select. Select your runway first. Two reasons for that. Most FMCs, when you select the runway, the only star or SID you'll see is what's available to that runway. And the other is, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. KDLH, right? Yep. Okay, execute. Back to F plan. Now, our next fix is Zabel. We'll look at the SID here in a minute. Next page. Here we go, folks. Snap your knuckles, whatever you do, because we got some typing to do. J89. J89. Oops, not 6. 9. Hit that line select. DLH. Boom. Grab do-rag. Wipe brow. We're done. Boom. Now, if you wanted to, you could put the arrival in, which is in this case just the ILS or the RNAV. Since we'll get that along the way, probably somewhere over Chicago, Minneapolis, Milwaukee is where we'll do that. So we'll leave it at this. Legs, we're going to just look for any discontinuities, and there are none. Back to F plan. VNAV. We're not worried about climb. We are worried about here. Again, flight level. Anyone remember? Tree 40. And I'll go ahead and drop the other zeros on just to play it safe. And that, folks, is how quickly we got that all set up. All right, next up on the list. All right, so now we've got our briefings, we've got our masks checked, and there we go. Here we go, folks. Passenger signs, window heat. We already know we've done them. We'll verify. Window heat, pack signs. Hydraulic pumps A to B and the cooler next to it, normal. A is off, B is on, cooler is normal. Fuel pumps, we're going to go ahead and turn those suckers on because we're going to be firing the APU here in a few minutes. Okay. Pressurization is set to flight. Gasper valve we know is on. APU is open. APU is open. Gasper valve on. We're not going to move the switch until we're at the runway. However, 34,000 will set. I always set 1,000 higher. Landing altitude. Anyone happen to know the numbers in Duluth? 1428. Man, whoa, one. We'll just set 1400. Okay, and I'm going to dial this up to 7,000. All right, so we're set. The only thing I need to do here, and I'll have it up on the screen, is get rid of that. Select our departure runway on NavGraph. There we go. Piece of cake departure, it looks like. We say that and then I'll screw it up. All right. All right, so here we go. Back to the checklist. Final items. Auto brake was at reject. Let's check that real quick. Reject all the way down. Notice your transponders right here, folks. It's not where you would expect it usually. And that just reminded me, come over to VATSIM. I guess I ought to file a flight plan. I think they get kind of miffy at me if I don't. 2055? Yeah, let's go with it. What the heck? We're close. And all right, get a plug in there. What the heck? There we go. Flight plans filed. Go ahead and connect. I said connect. What are we today? I better look. PA3. That's the toughest thing, folks. When they updated the V pilot, for those of you or X pilot, sorry, that are on X plane, yeah, it's still a pain in the rump because you got to really pay attention to what you put in here. It's not as easy as it used to be. Okay, shy. I'm waiting to see if anyone else is around us. Doesn't appear so on the map, but the map does not like to update very often for me. Either it doesn't like me, or it just doesn't want to update. There it goes. And we'll be on it here shortly. All right. So again, you're here. I just went to mode C. No, I did not. On out. We'll put it to mode C if you're getting a controller saying, hey, you're not in mode C. Alt or on out is what brought it on for me. Okay. Boarding doors closed. The last of the people are coming down, and we're just about ready to push them back, folks. All right, so takeoff warning horn. Reason I didn't do a couple of them here. That's one, and I want to show you. Now, those of you with the 7.4 new, all we did is moved one of these, and it would set the alarm off. It's not. See? All right. That's the takeoff config alert telling us something's wrong. We need to check it. Don't go to full power unless you know what's wrong with it. I mean, I ain't going to stop you. You want to fly? You fly. All right. All right, so now we're to the Navcom Altitude. All right, now we will bring in charts. We have to have charts. How are we going to know where we're going, Captain? All right, so first off, here's where we are. We're up in this concourse. To get to 36 Charlie, we'll probably power back facing west. And then we'll just taxi out, grab this parallel delta down, and take off on 3. Unless somebody comes on and says, no, 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 you go this way. We're in the A concourse, by the way. Whitewater is our departure. All right, looking at it, folks. And yes, there is a little bit of a new look for those of you that haven't been around in a while. Made me late one day, but that's okay. I'm glad I did it because it cut out some of the ancillary stuff, got in the way. All right, so this is a conventional departure. The aircraft, yes, is capable of INS, is capable, since we have the FMS, to fly an RNAV. However, you're more likely to have seen this aircraft fly slant whiskey, which is VOR, nav-aid to nav-aid type flying. Okay, so looking here, there's our departure channels. Our requirements, we meet all of those. Like how I did that. Now, for our takeoff, we're taking off 36 Charlie. And it looks like all we got to do is just make a climbing turn, possibly to 330. We'll read the directions for further information. So, we're going to climb heading 004 until reaching DME 6 of the ICVG. I believe that's our localizer. So at 0.6, boom, we make our turn. And we are going to turn 330. So we'll set things up so we can grab that. Here's our DME. We'll probably set our heading to 330. And basically, I think that means we're missing the city. We don't overfly the city with that departure. Okay, that gets us going. Then expect vectors to Lovey. Let's back out to here. And then we'll just go on as filed. So to Zabel. And see, it's giving you radials. So radial off of, actually it's off Brickyard is Lovey. So 35 miles off CVG, 294. We'll intercept the 294 to get onto it. And then the 308 to Brickyard. It'll be 57.3 when we kick into it. All right, and then we just follow it right on up. Turbojets, maintain 6,000. Expect 10 minutes after to your filed altitude. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, folks, and that's what we've got dialed in. So let's put this information into the plane now. So 6,000, we'll start it at. And let's pull this back up real quick, do a legs check. Not the two-legged kind, folks. Get your minds out of the gutter. All right, Lovey, Zabel. Next up should be Brickyard, Maces, and then Boiler, I think that is, yep. And then Kate is, boom, boom, boom. Then we're going to Northbrook. I forgot BAE. Anyway, whatever BAE is, and Bagash, Duluth. Pretty simple flight, folks. He says that now. All right, so we're going for 6. We'll set it for 5. We'll just set it for 600 so we know. Oh, no, 0.6. Never mind. Disregard me. Disregard. It's 0.6 miles. There is no altitude on here. Correct? Yeah, till north. Yeah, there is no altitude for the when we make the turn. Okay. I'm glad I double checked that. Now, another neat feature, I can do, oh, wrong one. Click that icon, and that puts it actually on the map. So when we hit KDS, we just keep going. And going, just like the Timex bunny. Although we have the wrong flight plan in here, I think. Stand by. We certainly do. Okay, make sure our runways didn't change. Okay, those are good. I have it selected. Whitewater. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll get that out of the way. All right, so now we're set up right where we'll follow it. So we'll go to Northbrook, BAE, Bagash, Duluth. All right, we'll center that, and that'll give you something to follow up there. Comms. All right, so now we need to know CVG. $17.30. I'll explain what we're doing here in a minute. All right, now remember we had the 0.6. Hang on, let me turn that off. Okay, so 109.9 we'll put in right here. And just because I'm that kind of person, I'm making this 122.8, 123. I know it's the same way, but it had to be. Perfect. 21. That works. All right. Actually, 22.95. This was if I was going to fly on POSCON. We're not. So, there we go. All right, so here we go. CVG 109.3. I'm sorry, 109.9. So we get that 0.6 to when we turn to 030. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to zoom in on this one. And all right, how do I hide the yokes? I know there's a way. Make them invisible. Thank you all. Thank all. And let's do a quick maintenance report. Nothing. Okay, while we're at it. All right, back up here. And we'll get those back here in a second, folks. So, wait a minute. We need to go 330, so there. You can always do it this way, folks. If you're not sure it's where you want it, there you go. Now, we're going to be intercepting the 294. So I prefer we set this up to 294. CVG. Now, this information is on nav 1. This DME is off number 2. Over here, this is nav 2 DME for number 1. Confusing as all get out, but it's, I guess, how it really was. Not sure. But we'll be probably switching into the GPS pretty quick. All right, so we got that set, comm set, nav set. The only one left is Brickyard, which 16.3. Okay. And we can set this 16.3. Right now, active though is the localizer for 3.6 center and CVG. We're good to go. That ends that part of our checklist. Parking brake and aileron trim. Parking brake set, aileron trim, and all is 0 and 0. We are ready, folks. So strap in. Let's go. See what kind of trouble we can get into. Oh boy, whole bunch of people came up. Hang on a second. And yeah, Cleveland's up now. Yippee-ki-yay. They're gonna, wonder if they're gonna mess it up. Oh, wait a minute. Why? Oh, that's me. Never mind. Let's see. Oh no, Cleveland is not us. My bad. It's Indianapolis that has to come up. Nice. So we're still departing without ETC. Oh, we'll have it in Chicago. No doubt about it. But yeah, we don't have it right here, right now. So let's get rolling, shall we? Oh, do we have traffic here with us? Looks like somebody just came in. All right, folks. So we're going to do a quick check of the chat area. And we're going to blast on out of here.
Cincinnati traffic, runway 36 left, vacated by Delta 6 territory. Thank you.
I think I'm supposed to say you're welcome. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting radio call. All right. So all we got left to do now is performance. Okay, 20 is our flap setting. 120, 120, 132. That looks good. Okay. Set buttons.
Cincinnati traffic, Delta 16 territory crossing runway 18 center.
All right, so we've checked our zero fuel weight, takeoff weight, EPRs are set. Runway 36 center for departure will be flaps 20, V-speeds 120, 120, 132, state trim showing up 5.19. And what we'll do there, folks, is just click the green band when we're ready. And minimum cleanup altitude will start at 2,000, if not already up. Okay. Batteries on, APU stall warning checked. Let me double check that. Yep. Emergency lights, pack signs, window. We're ready to fire that APU up. Let's see how well it works today. On. 1, 2, 3. 3 count. Okay, we'll close up the flight door. We'll fire up, and we're going to basically get it this completed. Then we'll push power back. Okay, reason being, when I power back, I want to be ready to go. So that's why we're going to do it that way. And back to the panel. Almost there, folks. So I hope y'all are having a great Sunday. Like I said, this is a non-scheduled flight, so hope y'all enjoy. And while we're waiting here, We would love for you to click follow so you can come along on our next adventure. Simply click the heart, and by the way, it's free. And all it does is it's just going to, one, it allows you to support the channel, and it is free. I understand not everybody can drop $5 or want to use their Prime for us. I understand that, folks, but it's free. And all you get's an email letting you know when we're going to be flying next. And that'll come when we go live. So feel free to click in on that follow button. All right, we're going to go ahead, put that on the bus. Come up here. First thing we're going to do is move that onto APU. Secondary onto APU. Okay, we're good to go. Packs are up. Let's go ahead and turn those on. Coming down here, we're still set. All right, let's go ahead and pull that jetway away. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. So beacons. Okay, so first thing, let's get that galley power off. Disconnect GPU. You saw the light go out. And the air cart. We'll see a slight drop here as they're pulling the air off. But since we have the APU bleeds on, it shouldn't bottom out. Okay, we're good to go. And we'll go ahead now and turn our packs off. That should bring us up to close to 40, but as long as we get above 30, we're good to go. And we did. And then finally, we'll start firing them up. Engine bleed valves are open. Let you read that real quick. And we're going to start them. All right, beacon on. And time to move the jetway. Also, time to bring the air stair up in the back. Okay, everything looks good, folks. We are ready to fire up. Real simple. Now, I position this way because what we're going to do is fire number 2 first. We're going to watch the valve light come on. Then we'll come down here for our bleed numbers. Okay, so go with the down arrow to ground. We should see the light. It's lit. Then we're going to wait till number 2 crosses 20. Then we're going to turn the fuel valve to idle. There it goes. And that's why you let the engine APU bleed run, not the packs, because you won't get the pressure you need to start it. And now we're just waiting for stabilizing. Now, when this light goes out, technically, yes, you can start another engine. How long did it take for it to fully stabilize after I said that? About, 10 seconds. Starting up number 1. There's our start valve open. 737, guys, ought to remember that. That's one of the yellow lights right there up in this location. We're almost to 20. Let's go ahead and bring the fuel valve to idle. And there she goes, rolling up. What would have been an interesting addition to this plane would have been like what Fearless did, where the pilots talk. Does take a little longer to get the plane going that way. But in this sequence, it lets you, 20% fuel on. Fuel on. Okay, let's go for number 3. Starter valve. %, and 2. Fuel on. I haven't flown 7.4 a lot. All right, we're just about fully fired up, folks. So while we're doing a quick wait here, did all my ATC just drop? Oh, man, I thought all the ATC just dropped. I'm like, holy mackerel. Because I think this might be Light Up America or something like that today. We'll find out. All right, all the engines are running. All right, so we're going to come over here. The first thing I do before I even hit the checklists, get the engines on the bus. Everything looks good. Put our essentials on the bus. Put a pack on. Pack 2 on. And then drop down and get hydraulics going. Quantities look good. Pressures look good. We're good to go. And then over here, guess what? You said it. APU off. All right. All right, so the electrical generators are on. Probe heat on. I'm double checking something here, folks, because I didn't really pay attention very closely. Temperature 20. I am going to go ahead and turn on engine ice. When we had the front that's in the Midwest right now come through last night, or yesterday, I should say, it got just a tad bit on the chillest side here. Just a tad. We're in the 50s or 60s today here in St. Louis. It's a little chitty chatter out there with the teeth chattering. 24. Okay. And yes, we have seen the pressure go from 2950s to 30.20s. Amazing. And in a little less than 36 hours. Those of us that don't like pressure on our ears, yeah, it hurts. Okay. All that set. Anti-ice, we got that as required. We'll go ahead. Let's get the yoke back. Okay, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Cha-cha-cha. Sorry, folks. Okay. The only bad thing is I don't have an aileron gauge. All right, we're set, and it's going to probably ask us to turn the radar on. We'll do that out there. Transponder, so we don't forget later. TARA 2000, and beacons on, logo lights on. Let's commence power back. And one last check. We're still online. Here we go, folks. Let me get back in the airplane so we can confirm we are Maybe. There it goes. We're going to be looking for our 3 lights to light up here. Good deal. Off with the parking brake. Let's do it this way. Push back. Cincinnati traffic, Clipper 3, power back. A concourse for taxi to 36 Charlie. In real life, this does not happen fast, folks. Just remember, the people trying to keep your wings clear, walk in the wings, and let you know to keep going. They can't stick with you if you're doing 50 mile an hour backwards. Good luck getting her stopped, because you don't want to use the brakes. Okay, out of reverse. Forward thrust will stop us. Okay. Real quick, finish up here. Radar is the only thing we weren't able to do. Get that turned on now. And let's turn that up 5 units. Okay. Weather's there, set, and here we go. Dialing up, all reversers in. And now we can turn the taxi light on. I'm going to go ahead and kick on the wing lights. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Clipper 3, world famous Clipper service from Cincinnati to Duluth, Minnesota. Hope you enjoy the flight. We'll be cruising at flight level 340. Flight attendants, prepare the aircraft for departure. And again, thanks for flying Pan American. Okay, and Melvin, Leroy, I see you out there. Welcome in. Enjoy T-Tail Surprise Sunday. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yep, and we're passing in the old days when, oh no, Pan Am, well, I guess it would have been there. You're looking at where Comair would have parked. Those of us that remember the days of Comair. Yeah, and we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, Comair used to park, there used to actually be a building right over there for them to park at. Of course, Atlanta style shuttle to get you there, underground over the, little tram. And yeah, Comair used to be based here. Rocket is doing some whatevers on the runway. Whatever he's flying, it's super fast. All right, flaps. Guess we ought to have a little bit of that for takeoff. Okay, flaps 20 and 20. You would hear that. Now, normally what that means, folks, 20 and 20. 20 set here, 20 there. Well, there's two gauges, 20 and 20. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, clear right. Okay, military right, clear, military left. Hey, we got a rocket in the air. What the heck? All right, final checks. All right, before takeoff or taxi, let's head over here to before takeoff. All right, we got our departure plan. Okay, here we go, folks. A lot of little things we do here. Let's kind of ease up. I think we're downhill. So we can try and get these done while we're doing this. All right, oil cooler, fuel heat off. Okay, so we can do that over here real quick. Oil cooler off, fuel heat's off. Auto pack is normal. Start switches to guard. Oink, oink, oink. Okay, give a little kick there. What else do we got? Anti-ice packs, we'll get those. Bleeds, APU is off. Flaps set, start levers idle. And a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, reject. And I just want to see the one that comes with the 7.2. Okay, pitot heat's on, flight instruments been checked, speed brakes down, stab trim. Stab trim, remember how I told you? All we got to do, click the green band, boom, trim set. Speed brake down, flaps, galley power on for takeoff. I am actually going to turn off the packs here. Oh, rocket's setting up, so we got a little bit of time. Not sure what he's flying. All right, we're good to go. T45. Cincinnati traffic, Clipper 3, lining up and waiting, 3-6 center. Ain't it a beaut? All right, strobe's on. Okay, we cut that a little close. Now remember, folks, departure 0.6 miles. We then turn to 330. So no, sorry to say, no flyby takeoff. Okay, give me a second here. Pattern's clear. Go to heading. Here we go. Lights on. Wax on, wax off. Okay, here we go, folks. Throttle up. Cincinnati traffic, Clipper 3 departing 36 center. Whitewater 1 departure. Power up. Okay, airspeed's alive, 80's good. Power set. Nice and easy. Here we go. Gear up. I don't think I turned my packs off. Okay, now. We don't have points. Alright, so we're going to have to guesstimate, folks. If it says 1, we went too far. I'm waiting for it to start counting up. Alright, 030. Okay, autopilot's coming on. Altitude select, heading select. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and nose down a little bit to get some speed. See how I did on my packs. Okay, there's one notch. Set for 240. Comes second notch. Altitude select is on. 3 notches. Going up. Okay. How we doing over here? How we doing? Okay, we could come a little more. Oh my God, we're still climbing. I had altitude select on. All right, hang on. Autopilot off. Okay, well, now we're going to go for 280 and try that. Man, why is she just trimming way out of whack? 92%. Okay, autopilot heading. Okay, I think we're under control now. I don't know why she got all discombobulated like that. But I am gonna wonder also. We'll just flip the GPS switch on. Direct Lovey. Execute. Aux. Well, someone's enjoying themselves up here. See Mr. Rocket trying to keep up. All right, we are on INS. Okay, let's get those lights off since we're a little late. And we'll go ahead and set 2992. What a flight so far today, folks. All right, there we go, folks. Direct Lovey. Let me come down here, flip over to 65 miles. So at 57.3, as you see on the screen, that's when we will be over Lovey. Then we'll turn to a heading of 308. Okay, that didn't go the way I really wanted it to, but, you know, we made it. We're airborne. Okay, after takeoff, seatbelts, gear up, flaps up. Oh. Cut out. And we're going to go ahead and start closing halfway. See, this is the guy that does all the work, folks, flight engineer. He makes the two guys up in the front seats look pretty. Okay, and let's go to flight, because I totally forgot to. And we got our pressures and all set. Everything's calmed down. And 92, 280. Let's see what we're doing. 280. We'll call it that. To Mach 0.78. And then that'll be around 29,000. We'll switch in. What do we got here? You are the king of non-standard. I've watched. You do those really well. And I just have a hard time with them sometimes. But I have flown it once. But I gotta have flown this plane a few times to get everything in sync so I can do it. But yeah, Melvin Leroy, if you want to learn the non-standard Big N300, how's it going? Great. I hope you're having a great day too. Melvin Leroy, though, is the king if you want to learn how to do a standard departure and how to find an airport when everything else isn't looking right. He'll find it for you. All right, we don't need the wing anymore and the logos. We can go ahead and disarm. Let's verify flaps are up, and they should be, and they are. Weather radar will drop down to 2 units. Sometimes it's a nail biter, folks. Sometimes it is. All right. Well, I hope y'all are having a great time. If you are, I'd love you to click follow, join the channel. It's not a requirement, although it should be, I guess. But no, we don't require you. But all it costs you, the viewer, is you'll get an email every time I click live, letting you know where we're flying to and from. And I usually get it right. Sometimes I have it wrong, what plane we'll be flying and the route. For those of you that want to enjoy it ad-free, you're going to have to either pay for the subscription or use, if you're on Prime, your Prime subscription. So, but that's the only way for ad-free viewing. All right, we are there. Let's go outside the plane, see how much damage we've done. Just kidding. You know what? We're going to be getting very close here to Chicago, so I better get that dialed up here soon. Just wanted to let you all see history in the sky. I think Rocket ran out of fuel. Oh, we had a great Hawker 125. Had a feeling that was you playing around. Hope you had fun. No, we can't run a line out to fuel you, so. All right, what is going to be our frequency? I don't know. We got 2 of them up. I hate when they do that. Really do sometimes, because it makes it hard to figure out what channel to be ready for. Okay, at least they have the ground taken care of instead of worrying more about the planes in center, which never understood that. Oops. Famous last words over the cockpit voice recorders. Well, we're just going to have to wait till they tell us. Probably one, you don't know which one's covering the event or one covering this, but we are getting close to 29 and very close to 0.78, which will be about right there, folks. And we're also getting close to Brickyard, which is that on the line? Nope, just south. But I wouldn't be surprised if they start yelling at us there. Okay, there's 29. We're very close to 0.8 or 0.78. And basically all we do then, folks, is once we get to 0.78, I'll come down here on my autopilot and we'll switch this one click to the left for mock hold. Probably going to be more 30,000. We are at 92, right? That'll help. All right, there we go. A little longer. All right, folks, we're a week away. How many plan to go the day Top Gun 2 releases? Not me. I'll let you know right now. I will not be in the theater that day. And it's not because I'm working. Or at least I don't think I am. Let me rephrase that. All right, there's 0.78. Okay, again, we just come down here, click it to mock hold. So instead of holding 280 knots with the pitch, it's now going to, with the pitch, hold 0.78. We do not have an auto throttle, folks. So we, with a throttle, will have to control it to maintain 0.80. Yet, yeah, you'll find out. Because we're actually not sure yet. So, anyway. So we're cruising now. We're about 5 miles from Brickyard and a few miles from being contacted by ATC. That will, look at that time, 126,475. Okay. By the way, we are okay. All right, so let's set that in. We'll use this one. 126,470. Chicago Center, Clipper 3, climbing through flight level 32.3 for flight level 340.
Clipper 3 Chicago, reset transponder, squawk 1372.
1372, Clipper 3.
Chicago Center, good afternoon. Southern 36 is level at flight level 400.
Southern 36 Chicago, reset transponder, squawk 1364.
1364, Southern 36.
Okay. Transponder set. All right, folks, we're about an hour out of Duluth.
For 3 radar contact, maintain level 340.
Roger, we'll maintain 340, Clipper 3.
Chicago Center, Southwest Airlines 7823, descending to flight level 320. 7823 Chicago Center, roger. Chicago Center, hello, United 101 with you, 11700, climbing 230. 101 Chicago, climb maintain level 370. Climb maintain 370, 101.
All right, we're just about to level off, folks. So we'll be pulling the power back here momentarily, so that way we can maintain Mach 0.80.
Southern 36, cross 5 miles east of Watson at a maintain level 250.
5 miles east of Watson, outer above flight level 250, 736.
At maintain for level 250.
Outer maintain flight level 250, 736.
Okay, and as I can see on the chart here, oh, I keep doing that. We're coming up on mesas. We'll go ahead and we got a couple seconds here. Let's switch our VORs around or get them set. 115 decimal 1 for boiler. Hang on a second. We'll flip that over.
There's 462, contact Kansas City on 125.72.
And then
125.72, 462.
X117, Minneapolis offline, radio services terminated, frequency change approved.
That's one for X117 to go Utica.
Affirmative.
Alright, thanks for the ATC, goodbye.
13.
Center 2 Sierra uniform out of flight level 20.7 for 230.
Let's see. Where am I at? North
Number 232, Sierra uniform, Chicago, climb maintain for level 410.
410, 2 Sierra uniform.
In the real world, folks, I wouldn't be setting them up like this. But
Chicago Center, yes, man. Southwest 53 with you, coming through flight level 200 for 230.
Southwest 53, Chicago, climb maintain for level 320.
I'll maintain 320, Southwest 53.
okay, there's boiler. Okay, so we are set. I could follow this through on this side. We don't have the nav switch over here. So this side always stays active. I do the same thing on the 747-200. I don't know why, because there isn't separate switches like there are on the Queen of the Sky, and we are getting very fast. So stand by, we're pulling power back now. Okay, we'll do about 0.89 or 89, I'm sorry, on the N1 and see if that slows us down.
Chicago Center, hello, Delta 720, 23.9 for flight level
Close them all
300.
the way up now. Okay.
Second 2170, level 204, coming to 230. 92170, Chicago, climb maintain for level 370. 708, 2170.
Okay, everything looking good. Let me double check.
Chicago Center, Delta 720, did you get my last transmission?
Delta 720, Chicago Center, hello. Final level 300 is your final.
Flight level 300 final, and just so you know, we're at 24.8 right now.
720, roger.
And then we can just for my referencing, there's 0.8. Okay, we're on the way, folks.
142 contact, Chicago on 120.35
2035, we'll see you, pilot Club 142.
Okay, Duluth is still showing 280 at 9. So we'll be shooting 27.
Good evening, in the way to the one at Grand Rapids.
Alright, we're going to
21 contact Chicago on 120.35.
speed fine, okay. Here's Duluth, folks. Let's see what kind of approaches.
Southwest Airline 7823, I'm going back to 320. My autopilot's being weird for some reason.
Southwest 7823, cross the river at a maintain level 200.
Cross river, maintain flight level 200, thank you.
Okay. For now, we'll plan the ILS. We'll go direct. Oh, it's going to be one of these. Okay.
Northern Air 3680 to top of descent.
We're say.
Yes, sir. Starting the descent now. 736.
Thank you.
Okay, so that'll be 8 plus 13-mile final. Okay. And no, we're not going to fly the DMEs, folks. Sorry, or come into Duluth, procedure out to come out to Android, out, do another procedure. No, we're just going to go direct. All right.
532 contact Kansas City 125.72.
Almost 8.
125.72 Delta 532.
Okay, Duluth, arrival.
Delta 10,
level 2, 1 ship, flight level 230.
Two aircraft call over, Delta 210, Chicago, climb maintain level 390.
I'm maintain flight level 390, Delta 210.
Second aircraft calling, say again.
The 2238, flight level 216, flight level 230.
2238, Chicago, climb maintain level 330, expect higher in 10.
Maintain flight level 330, expect higher in 10, that's a 2238.
Alright, so do I fly the RNAV or do I want to fly
Chicago Center, Delta 4067, direct towards Emma, flight level 320.
ILS? We'll stick to the ILS.
No,
Alright, so
4657,
descent
Chicago
will be
Center, Roger.
3,200 feet. Okay.
4657, say Mach.
Whoa, there's DAR.
Mach .78.
Interesting.
4657, maintain Mach .8. Maintain Mach .8, Delta 4657. Chicago Center, FedEx 748, with you inbound on Bravo.
Nope, we're not going to do that. Okay, so we're going
Where are you?
to execute.
Inbound Bravo, Delta Foxtrot. I'm at flight level 28, inbound on 320.
Okay, if you all didn't see what I did there.
Chicago Center, Southwest Airline 7823, and I get an altimeter.
Okay, we're going to fly.
23, over altimeter.
Wish I could turn that down.
3029er.
3029, thank you.
748, squawk 1315. 1315, FedEx 748.
Hey, I found something cool. Alright, that'll be a little better in the ear. Alright, so folks, for the departure, or the arrival brief, we're going to fly to Warsaw. Basically, we're going to come off Bagash, and then once we're clear of ATC or in Minneapolis, then we'll go. Get a little fast again. Okay, back off a little.
6740 radar contact.
And then we're going to go to Warsaw. From Warsaw, we'll get on the localizer 108.7 to Ando, and then in on 27. Okay, real quick, it's 108.7 IJUD 273 Ando 3,154 feet.
Chicago Center United 420 with you, flight level
1,733 feet above ground level.
420 Chicago, squawk 1363.
Okay, there's our Duluth that we'll use probably for DME.
720 to send a maintain level 240.
It's still way too high.
240 is level 720. Chicago Center America 3072 with your flight level 320 through Emma. 3072 Chicago, roger.
Okay, so that's pretty simple. Here's our vertical look, 3,200 feet to Ando, and then we're on the glide path. Ando in is going to be for us about 2 minutes.
230.
Ooh, what are we looking at?
230, level 720.
About 2 minute 10 seconds, 2 minute 5 seconds, somewhere in there. About 150 will be our approach speed.
Chicago Center, TPC 2349.
Mausers, Happy's on left.
Level 320.
And here's our minimums again.
Chicago, Roger.
It's 1621 and 3/4. Or 200 and 3/4. That's our minimums, folks. So there you go. We're programmed in. And currently 48 minutes out.
Cleveland 119.87. Cleveland 119.87, United 101. 2170 contact Cleveland 119.87.
Just came off KDLH. And a ways to go with it.
Contact Chicago 120.35.
2035, Southern Air 36 every day.
2238, climb maintain level 370.
Maintain level 370 to 2238.
A plead from a pilot, folks. Before keying up, make sure it's clear. A lot of these guys just switch over and bam. That's why you get the bleed over. Check. Takes.
Chicago Center, good afternoon. Austrian 667, level 230, I'm bound to Petty. Station calling Chicago, say call sign. Austrian 66 Heavy. Austrian 66, Chicago, climb maintain level 350. Thank you, Austrian 667.
See how that works, folks? When you patiently wait. Is it clear? Now communicate. Otherwise, you get that toned. I'm not going to put any other additional superlatives to it. Just very aggravating. All right, so folks, I hope y'all are enjoying. Enjoy the ride. 45 minutes to Duluth. Should clear their center here shortly. Probably in the next 10-15 minutes.
It's 3072, it's on the windy arrival river, Romeo Hotel, India, Victor, Romeo. Copy that, American 3072. 4657, turn right heading 330 vectors for sequencing.
Turn 330 for vectors for frequency, Delta 4667.
4067 or 4657, resume normal speed, descend and maintain level 200.
Alrighty, so we're just about over Chicago.
200, Delta 4657.
At 420 radar contact, descend and maintain level 240.
Down to 240, United 420.
So, Hawker, you're not going to try and keep up and fly in Chicago airspace? Come on. Oh, you're going to be flying in Duluthian airspace. You like that new word? Yeah.
3072, I need you direct river, sir. South of 7823, maximum forward speed contact Chicago 120.35.
Please, can I just get a heading for that, American 3072?
Fine. South of 7823, maximum forward speed contact Chicago on 120.35.
Contact Chicago on 120.35.
7823, maximum forward speed.
Maximum force.
4657, I need that right turn, sir.
All right, we must be getting one of those jets right now because I'm kicking up some speed to get back up to point 8. Oh, man. A lot of times why I don't like flying on VATSIM.
Up to 230 for Delta 360.
But he's doing a good job, so we'll
2238, climb maintain level
keep
390.
rolling here.
Level 390, 2238.
All right, let's take a look back here on the gauges.
2238, Cleveland closing, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Change approved, have a good day, it's 2238.
210, Cleveland closing, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Okay, there's point 8.
Have a good day, Delta 210.
Pull back
20,
here.
Cleveland closing, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Alright, bye-bye, we'll go over to Unicom 720.
Eastern uniform, Cleveland closing, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Thank you much. See you next time around. 2 Sierra uniform.
Delta 560, Cleveland's closing. Delta 560, Chicago.
I always wonder.
Departure, United 432, 200 for 230.
432, Chicago. Climb maintain level 370.
Climb maintain 370 for United 432.
Okay, we're still on BVT. Oh, wrong one. Let's go to, well, we'll switch them both over. Oh, we crossed Badger, or Northbrook, so we're headed up to Badger. That would be 16.4. Let's get one of these at least on it. And that's one of the...
here, Delta 467. What sign heading you have me on? Apologies.
Delta 4657, fly present heading.
Present heading, Delta 4657.
Delta 4657, when able, direct to river.
Direct to river, when able, Delta 4657.
I think we'll go 112.6.
3072, turn left heading 180.
Left 180, American 3072, thank you.
Chicago Center, good evening. JetBlue 1705, flight level 360, direct Dixon.
Okay, there we go. Getting fast again. That's the bad thing about this plane, folks. It's like it's kind of like a saw. All right, where are we here?
Go 2349 to 7 maintain level 200.
200, 2349.
Good 3072 to 7 maintain level 220.
Oh, there's my plane. Okay, so we got a little ways to go to BAE. Okay.
Chicago Center, good evening. United 761 at flight level 360.
50 miles to be exact.
761 Chicago Center, roger.
And Chicago Center, JetBlue 1705, checking in flight level 360, direct Dixon.
Blue 1705 Chicago, roger. 4657, are you able to direct fire for me?
Okay, so VREF's 127, approach will be 130. 137 to 140. Okay, cool.
3072, turn left heading 100, descend maintain level 220.
All right.
3072, your mic is all static.
Chicago Center, Skywest 2973 is coming up flight level 230.
Try slowing down again. I don't know if Badger's where we come out of, oh no, it'll be,
Chicago Center, Skywest 2973 with you, flight level 230.
okay, quite a distance. Great.
2973, Chicago Center, roger.
Great.
2973, climb maintain level 370.
There is no amount of money to put me in Chicago right now.
Chicago Center, Delta 2354 with you, climb flight level 230. 2354, Chicago Center, climb maintain level 370. Climb maintain on cruise 370, Delta 2354. This 2973, maintain level 350 for traffic.
Okay, we'll maintain flight level 350 for traffic, Skywest 2973.
4657, you're not listening to me, sir. Turn right heading 090 now. The 4657, turn right heading 090.
Thank goodness that's not me.
Turn right heading 090, Delta 4657. Good 3072, can you figure out your FMC issues? Can you go direct river for me? Romeo, Hotel, India, Victor, Romeo.
Yep, I'll work on that now, American 3072.
Chicago Center, good afternoon, American 1957 with you, flight level 350.
1957, Chicago Center, roger. Austrian 66, Minneapolis offline, radio services terminated, frequency change approved.
Well, today, thank you for miles 1668.
420 contact, Chicago 120.35.
Over to
Huh,
2035,
where's that plane at?
United 420.
1957, cross Maroc, outer below level 270, descending to level 240.
All right,
Interesting, I don't see that Austrian.
Descending to 240, American 957.
1360 Indianapolis offline, radio services terminated, frequency change approved.
I do not see anyone.
After 1360.
860 affirmative, Unicom.
Howard Unicom, 1360 please.
Those 53 contact to Kansas City 125.72.
12572, Southwest 15.
All right, well, we're not going to worry about
748 contact Kansas City 125.72.
Oh, there he is. Okay, going into Michigan. Okay. All right, well, folks, sorry about that.
748 contact Kansas City 125.72.
Contact Kansas City 125.72, FedEx 748.
Cup 2349 Chicago.
2349.
2349 contact Chicago on 120.35.
035, 2349.
Yep, there went Cleveland offline. Oh, well, we still have the two Chicagos. Okay. All right. Well, folks, we are. Oh, where are we standing at now? 35 miles or 35 miles from Duluth. I don't think so. About 180 miles from top of descent. I'm gonna push that 200.
4657, turn right heading 130, maintain level 200.
That was 123.49 for 2349.
2349, Chicago on 120.35.
Okay, I think we just crossed Badger.
Yeah, one more time, sorry.
Yep.
120.35.
Okay, so
198 Cleveland offline, radio services terminated, frequency change approved.
We're leaving contact to 198.
all right, there we go, folks. Turning on course direct
Chicago, sir, good afternoon.
Duluth.
American Tornado 9 passing through 19,000, climbing 230.
American 2809, Chicago, climb, maintain level 350.
I still don't know what happened on that climb. We were set. Everything looked good on the board.
Chicago, sir, could you repeat that?
But for some reason, it just kept climbing.
I maintain 350 at 2809.
Delta 4657, turn right heading 130.
Turn right heading 310, Delta 4657.
130.
130, Delta 4657.
3072, descend and maintain level 200.
Descend 200, America 3072.
All right, there we go, folks. And let's see. I think
Good 372 contact,
good
Chicago
chance we
on
won't pull them in yet.
120.35.
Going
Nope, not yet.
120.5, see it.
Ooh. Wow. Just reading a news story here, folks. Came in, was that yesterday? Yeah, a couple days ago. I don't know how many of you, I love watching storm chasers, storm chasing shows. And what they do is just flat out amazing, getting to those tornadoes, getting the pictures, and
Good 1957 contact, Chicago on
relaying to
120.35.
the authorities tornadoes in the area. Well, so far in the last 2 weeks,
Cleveland offline, radio services terminated.
4
frequency change
chasers
approved.
have been killed in the last 2 weeks. One being in southwestern Minnesota.
432
Wow.
Cleveland offline, radio services terminated, frequency change approved.
Amazing stuff.
United 432, good day.
Airworks 2973. I'd recommend maintaining level 350 for traffic. Cleveland offline, radio services terminated, frequency change approved.
Alright, welcome to Fan.
So, shows just, you know, it isn't for the faint of heart. And I mean, I'd love to go out.
2354 Cleveland offline, radio services
I'd love to
terminated,
go out
frequency
with
change
one,
approved.
but I'll tell you, it would definitely be nerve-wracking the first couple.
American 404 Cleveland offline, radio services terminated, frequency change approved.
So, all right, so 34,000.
404 Chicago. Delta 4657, clear direct river to rejoin the arrival.
Clear to direct river, Delta 4657.
Delta 4657, descend maintain level 200.
Descend maintain 200, Delta 4657.
Chicago Center, Fox 652 is level 230.
652 Chicago, climb maintain level 400.
Maintain level 400, Fox 652.
Oh, we're still a long way away. We've got to get up to Bagash before.
Minneapolis offline, rear service discriminator, frequency change approved.
Clipper 3 copies over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC. Have a great night. Nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. All right, now we can turn things back up. There we go. All right, it's having a hard time. All right, so there we go, folks. That'll help me out a lot. All right, we are now 139 miles. I'm wondering if that is Bagash. Now, the neat thing from this view that you can see, true airspeed is right here, 463. Our SAT, or, oh man, standard air temperature, I think it is. Where are we at on here? Minus 35-ish. I'll have to look that back up again. It's been so long. Actually, I never had. Well, when you fly little Pipers and Cessnas, folks, to get up that high, 30,000 feet, well, one, we're never going to do it in a little Piper or a little Cessna. 25 if you've got a pressurized cabin and a really good turbocharged engine. Yeah, 12,000, I couldn't even. Well, I did top it once, but then stalled and came down. That's why they call it service ceiling. So yeah, I don't really worry about those things. I look at the little temp gauge up in the upper left-hand corner of the cockpit to see what it is out there, and hopefully not in clouds where those wings would be icing up in the winter. Because I was only a private pilot, folks. All right, so we are on our way. Looking over here, no mileage yet out of Duluth. However, we are 50 miles off Badger, and that means I don't think I have a chart that brings me to what Bagash is from. Nope, I don't. All right, so Bagash. So somewhere around the Medford Airport area in Minnesota, or wait a minute, that'll be Wisconsin, I believe. We'll probably begin to think how we're going to come in here. For all you know, I just might, once Duluth turns in, I just might start flying VOR. And then use the mileage to it as my point for turning. So you never know what will happen here. ILS flying is not hard, folks. Never was meant to be. It can get difficult when the ceilings are right above minimums or at minimums. Ooh, can get real tricky. And throw the occasional time when the approach lights are out or the glide slopes out or the center line lights out, depending on type of runway and approach. Folks, that all changes perplexity on it real quick. I am really shocked he let us loose like that. Thank you, sir, so much. Flying with Mike says thank you. Sends out a tip of the hat. And good luck, because you got a ton of traffic there on the ground in Chicago. Wow. Oh, man. That's why I'm trying not to be critical, folks. Just trying to help out, because the big thing for me is keying over people. It's not a hard thing to do. Patience. Something the world doesn't understand of late. So, patience. Speaking of patience, be patient with me, young Patawans, as I switch from the Cincinnati weather to the Duluth weather. We have our toboggans with us and our snow hats, and we're ready to go. Oh, wait. I guess it is springtime there. We'll keep them just in case. All right, so let's see. All right, there y'all go. 310 at 10. Gusting. Wow, windy day there. Strap the toupees down, folks. All right, broken 7,500, 13 degrees Celsius. All right, so not a bad day. 99 miles out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see where we stand. All right, we're pulling in Duluth, I think. 200 miles? That doesn't seem right. 1260. Okay, might be. 277 is the leg, so okay. All right, so one last time. And I am going to go ahead and punch this over. Hate when I do that, folks. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're looking for 108. $70. Now that DME usually tells you. DLH. Okay. So if we were to go to DAR or VATSIM, that 15-mile radius we got to maintain is off Duluth, not the localizer. So that makes it kind of hard. So at 8.6, we would turn for the runway and be at 3,200 feet. We're going to plan on being at 3,200 feet at Worsa. And again, real quick, 273 in. Ando, we got to be on glide slope, 3,200 feet, and descending as well. Currently 127 was our, down to 126, so we'll reset that. Folks, I could move this bug wherever I want, well, to a point. It won't go past, right now, the 250 mark, I don't think. But it won't maintain speed. That is that guy behind the wheel that has to do that with the throttles. It's 126 now, okay. All right. Time to have some fun. Hang on. All right, so let's go ahead and clear that off, put that back up there so when we get up there it'll be on the chart. There we go, folks. Oh, we are outside. Okay. Yeah. That is great. We are on our way, 101 miles. Well, that was quick. Oh, that's why. All right, 1260, 174. Okay, we are 72 miles from top of descent. All right, we are closing in. I'm going to go ahead. Not yet. We're way too far out. So, what kind of plans do y'all have for the upcoming Memorial Day here in the United States? Curiosity abounds. And again, first question out of the blocks once we were stabilized in our climb. Anyone planning on going to see Top Gun 2 when it hits the theaters this week? Like I said, I'm holding off. Usually with Top Gun, well, see, the problem is back in the day, there wasn't much to do. So you went to the movies. Today, I pass the movie theater every now and then, and they are just not packed like they used to be. So streaming has definitely done a number to them. So and I'm pretty sure I did not see Top Gun's going to release and stream at the same time like other movies have. So, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be that big craze anymore like it used to be. So, I'll probably want to see it in the theaters, but you know what, folks? It's just I'm not chomping at the bit to go. Top Gun, on the other hand, when it came out, boy, I was chomping at the bit and did it 20 to 25, 26 times. I paid the $4.50 back then. Today, I got to take out a loan just to go get into the theater and have something to drink. Yep, pretty much. That's exactly what going to a theater is like today. But don't forget, you had to fork over a mortgage out of the bank to be able to get into the theater to see that. It's unreal how expensive it's gotten. No wonder. I mean, the theaters are, I hate to say it, I don't think they're going to be around much longer. All right, I think 20 minutes out. We're going to go ahead and start our descent. We're going to drop to 10,000 and evaluate. Let's do 9,000. That'll get us to 250. All right, so to do this, folks, we have to click Altitude Select. And we did that. We had the yellow light there. Yellow light was showing there. And it blew right through it. So I don't know what happened last time. And then we're just going to knock it down till the VSI reads right around 2,000. VSI, by the way, for those not aviation-minded, vertical speed indicator. So really, we're just knocking it down to a vertical speed of 2,000 feet a minute. And you're going to need to pull power back. Remember, it's not like your little 737 or Airbus where all of those functions coordinate together nicely. And for all we know, the captain and the first officer up in the front, oh my gosh, you mean I got to touch those throttles? Hey, you, flight engineer in the back, get your butt on these throttles. Now, I don't know how it was in the cockpit back then, folks. I make fun because it looks that way. Ooh, we need to really come off the speeds. All right, we may have to put some spoiler out. But yeah. This is true. We have not crashed a desktop since the fix our moderator, Hawker125, provided us. And for those of you with the 727, that fix, some of you may not like. I'll be honest, I was a little not sure of it. Not sure of the fix, but not sure if I'm going to like it. What happens is, okay, you have an option here for TCAS, VSI, disabled, meaning your TCAS, your traffic advisory system. It's a digital display here. Well, it didn't work. So you have to remove the folder X TCAS, I think it was, and poof, the crash to desktops go away. Plus, run the skunk updater, I think is what it's called, whatever it's called, and make sure you're up to date, because they don't release the latest version. That I don't like too much. I think that's a cop-out by the company, but whatever. It ain't mine. It's not how I would run it, and I have to look at it that way. I have to adapt to what they want, or just say, poo-poo, never fly it again. Hand it over to Pepe Le Pew to stink it up more. Okay, let's get some speed brakes out, and let's do some descent checks, like starting to open up the valves here. I do not know the proper operation of this, folks. I do the best I can. So, from what you all tell me, oh, we're getting slow again, so back off the speed brakes. Go up here. We're all set. Let's go medium. One thing I wish, and again, it's just me, I know it's their plane. When I go here to my landing, I wish it would tell me a couple of things. Distance down the runway expected. Brakes. Which level of brakes? I think we're min, normal, max, or something like that up here. Medium, max. The 747-200 has that. It would be neat. Again, hey, at least we have that. I know. All right, so we're holding at 280. And that's a good descent. All right, now, per chart, 200 AGL. So we're going up here. Let me double check that. And yeah, 200 AGL. Okay. Sorry, folks. Just needed to get that checked here so we get all our numbers set up as we're approaching 18,000. Now, 18,000, we are going to be setting altimeters to 3027. 3027. A little bit more brake into it. Let's take a look outside. We haven't seen the outside of this bird in a while. I really do wish they would bring back the 707, or at least, I'll even settle for Captain Sim to do it. I know, I cursed a few of you. Only because that is a classic. I put this question out there a few weeks ago, and I'm still trying to find it. We all know what the queen of the sky is. The 747. Here she comes. What's the king of the skies? I haven't heard back on that. Some have said 707. That could be. Predecessor to long distance flight. How about the C96, KC96, however you want to read it, Stratotank, what the heck was Stratotank? Anyway, that was also an airliner, by the way, folks. 397 or something like that. The Clippers, or could have been a different company altogether. Lockheed's L1049, otherwise known as the Connies. What is the king of the sky? Not King Air, king of the sky. And a top 220. You know, the 747-200 and the Antonov 225 really aren't in the same league. All right, let's see. One more time, 3027, right? Yep. Get this dialed in. All right, now, you've seen it now a couple times. This light comes on. Well, it is because our altimeters are not matching. And I don't mean captain and backup. I'm meaning first officers. It should go out any time now when I get into the 20s. There it goes. Okay. We are set. You know what I think it's time for, folks? Let's come off of... first off, let's get our heading set, our bug set. Let's go. Navigate. Let's navigate. We are now in control of the plane. 85 miles out through 17 or 15,000, heading down to... Oh, we're on the wrong one. Hang on. Ding, ding. Let's go, nav. Slight course correction. All right, we're going to firm this up. All right, so we are now flying the airplane towards Duluth. Now, we are not going to fly the 15-mile arc. We're going to probably, at about 40 miles, divert to our Wasset. So we'll kind of paint. Let's see, I'm going to have to figure this out. I know how I'll do it. Okay. So let's go about another 20 miles. And we're coming down to 9,000. So we will set to 250, even though it won't let me. That's another thing I don't like. Could be real world, though. I'm not going to, get overly excited on it, but I don't like that. Okay, minimums are set. Target VREF. Let's see the update. 126. Auto brakes as required. Set to medium. Cooling doors. We're going to go ahead and open a little further. And again. Duluth is 1427. Oh, look at that cloud barrier we're getting ready to go through. And there's 10,000. Okay, distance out at 10,000, 70 miles. Okay, well, we know 15 of it will be on the ILS. Okay, so we're going to level off at 9,000. There we go. Okay, we're 9,000, so we'll come back up here. We'll open them all the way now. Okay. Carry this till about, oh man. Got down just a little too quick. Okay, and we're getting a little slow, so a lot more power coming in. We do have the brakes off, right? Yep. All right. Okay, 58 miles. I think at 30, what I'm going to do is make a turn. Let's punch it up to about, well, let's try 360 and work our way up to it and see how that works. Actually, is Boondocks in here? Because I'm heading into his neighborhood. Well, let me rephrase that. The intention is to land on the runway, not into his neighborhood. All right, let's pull back some power here. Getting a little fast below 10,000. Like I said, at about 30 on this DME right here, folks, or the one on the nav display, we're going to kick it to about a heading of 0. Well, we'll go for 360 for now, and we'll kind of watch it on the maps here and see how we track. We have the legacy, we have the advantage of technology in our day. No, I'm not switching on the FMC. But I can look at my flat book and I can look at my chart and say, hey, let's try that. Or ATC can tell me, you know what? Hey, blow it out your and fly this setting. Yeah, this is Boondocks Saints Fly, Duluth Flies neighborhood, Duluth. Okay, we're not going to have any weight discussions here. All right, let's go ahead, start a descent now to 5,000. We're getting close to my magic number that I want to use. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try that. Pull some power back. See where that puts us. That ought to be pretty good. Okay, we'll keep our speed about right there. Let's prep for that turn. Here we go. Gonna do it a little early. Oh, we might get a visual. Okay, we'll go to 0. Punch it to heading. And a little bit of speed brake. Start slowing up to 220. All right, let's flip flop. All right, go this way to make it easier on the viewers. That's 1087, so that's correct. Heading 271, 273. Okay, we're still some 36 miles out. I may have gone too steep. I think I did. Okay, there we go. Right about there's where I want my speed. Somewhere out in that vast land is Duluth International Airport. And wouldn't you know, we're going to 5,000. Disregard. Whew. I thought we were on our way again for another fun ride. Okay, so we're going to be heading we're on heading. Okay. All right, we're just trying to maintain airspeed, folks. Duluth weather just popped up, 310 at 10. All right, we should be able to shoot a visual, but we'll get on the ILS to back it up. Well, actually, I can go a little faster since we're not within 20. All right, folks, we are slowly working our way towards Duluth. Okay, we're about 27 out. Still no localizer. And feel free, folks, to put your predictions in. It's as simple as that. Exclamation mark the word predict, a space and a negative number, and that'll get you seeing if you're the closest. Right now, there is a VOR on the field. Oh, that's a... What the heck is that? DME, okay. Okay, 086. Okay, so we pass, we should start getting a localizer here soon. But let's kind of glance that way and see if lights are not available. Okay, slow it down. All right, so we're getting ready to pass airway J140. It's a 086 outbound, 266 inbound. I was kind of really hoping the localizer would be alive by now, folks. And this airway, oh, we're crossing it right now. All right, so I am going to go ahead, because my map is so accurate, I'm going to get us kicked over. Come on down. 4,000. Altitude select. Couple of notches. Hey, we got a localizer. We're going to blow through it. Okay, let's go glide slope. Think I got an airport out there, folks. Lining up. Duluth traffic, Clipper 3, approximately 19 miles out on the localizer. Okay. So what I am going to do, pull that out a little bit further. That way you all can watch it as we progress our way in. I think that might be our runway ahead of us. Get a little bit of speed here until we get closer to that glide slope. Hey, turn the lights out. Tell that guy, put the cord back in. Okay, 15 miles, folks. Airplane is so touchy. Okay, and what I do, folks, you'll see when I fly with the ILS especially, I let level flight help me with speeds and flaps. So we're a little fast, so we're going to get it back down to about 220. Okay, I've got the runway in sight. And we'll start kicking flaps at 200. All right, glide slope should be coming up here soon. Let's go flaps 1. Flight attendants, prepare for landing, please. Comes the gear and let's go flaps 5. Gear down. Lights on. Brakes set. Okay. Flaps 15. Let's go 20. And Duluth traffic, Clipper 3, outer marker, gear down, landing 27. Okay, flaps 30 and 30, 5 miles out. All right, we'll go ahead and call her stable. Landing.
500.
Yeah, definitely a steep crosswind. Can't wait to see this thing coming in.
Flight slow.
Okay.
Flight slow.
Yeah, we're fine, according to the VATSIM.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
You know what? I don't think there's a parallel taxiway here. Oh, there is. Okay. All right, welcome to Duluth, folks. I kind of saw the numbers in front of me. We'll see how things translate once we clear up here at, oh, where are we at? Alpha 2. Duluth traffic, oh, hang on, transmitting. Duluth traffic, Clipper 3, off 27 at Alpha 2 to the terminal. Last call. All right, let's get the flaps up. Spalas down. And I'm going to kick some lights off. And as soon as we get straight, we'll start the rest of the after landing checklist. Remember, one guy, folks. Thank you there, Mr. Leroy. Appreciate it. Try to do my best like you do. Although I just can't get them as good as you do. All right, window heat's going to go off, along with all the anti-ice. Okay, radar will go back to Alt. Okay, and galley power's going off. Off. Ground. And we'll get the Apu started. 1, 2, 3. Buckle my shoe. Oh, sorry, folks. Getting the APU started. See, I was taught that the Queen's coffee can't spill when you land. Because if the Queen's coffee spills, nobody's going to be happy on that plane. Oh wait, that's the wife. Never mind. Got that all backwards. All right, going around this ramp. Making our right turn at Albuquerque to make it there on time. Okay, and we'll put her on the bus when we get to the gate. Let's see. Now see, Hawker 125, you could have been buzzing around here too. All right, so while we're in the taxi mode, let's take a look back. I know I missed some things there. First off, wow, 185 feet a minute. Okay, I know what I put in. Okay, nobody coming from the left. Hey, Charlie, stick your head out. Yeah, okay, clear right. All right, and let's see what gate I shall go to. Oh, man, I would hate it when they do this. Hang on, let's slow the plane, slow the plane. You know what? I think I'm going to take this one right on the end. All right, diehard 727 fans, and I'll even keep the image up. Where's the APU on the bird? Where is the actual piece of equipment located on a 727? Answers in the picture before I go into shutdown. It is in the left gear well, folks. Up back in that area is where it's located. If you don't believe me, there's the APU plume right there, and that is true. That is where it's located. There's nowhere to put it back here. Anyway, gee whiz trivia information. That and about $5.75 might get you a coffee at Starbucks. All right, shutdown checklist time. Okay, and brakes off. Wait a minute, I thought I turned those off. Oh, that's why. Okay, Okay, galley power's off. Okay, make sure this all matches up after the landing. Alright, seat belts, we're going to go ahead and turn those off. And start levers to cut off. Okay, parking brake again is set. We'll go up top here. We're going to kill the beacon. And we're going to basically keep the plane as is. And we're going to get ready to do a flight review and evaluation of the landing. Because even though some butter was left on the runway, we can always learn even from those landings how to make them even greasier. Alright, so first things first, let's get credit for the flight. See if that helps. Still an error. Okay. Aha! Flight filed. Yay! Okay, so that one's done. Let's make sure nobody out there followed us. Got no one in the pattern. Okay, disconnecting. All right. Well, folks, let's learn a little from this, shall we? We're going to pull up Sim Toolkit. One of the tools in that kit, let me double check that I don't need to finish. Yes, I do need to finish. Okay, now we have it up there. Is a landing reports page. Let's go to it. We'll select this flight. And here are the details. Details, do tell, do tell. The tattletale is alive. Right, we did have a long landing. We saw that. However, we had a displaced threshold too. That I didn't see. So starting from the threshold here of 327, we touched down 1,750 feet down the runway. So, I mean, in reality, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Probably was. Plus, we were 2 feet right of the center line. Thought that was going to be worse too. Okay, however, we eked out 185 foot a minute landing. I think the screen said 170 something. Here's our speed. Real slow, folks. We should have been 129. So I was, no, 120. What was it? 124. So still, when we checked it, it was 126, 127-ish. So that's not, we were slow. So we got lucky on that. 1.3, 1.4 Gs. So you get an idea. You can learn from just this. Okay, a little slow. Maybe if I was up on the power a little longer, I would have been better. But, you can go through it however you want. Overall, it's a good landing. No doubt about it. The other tool in our toolkit is the ability to rewind in Sim, not have to start a secondary program. Okay, and little further back. We'll go from there. What the heck? All right, so we'll see how our APU fares. Yeah, I'm not doing too well flying it. There's, by the way, the intake. Trying to figure the wind out as we're getting blown off course. I mean, that was a 3.3 or 310 at 10 or something like that. Let alone throw the gust close to 20. Pretty rough, so. There's the displaced. Not too bad. Not the greatest, but hey, we're going to walk away from it, folks. Great landing. All right, let's go back, look at it from the Hawker 125 camera perspectives. Let's see, we were way to the left there, and we just eked it out by floating a little bit. Well, at least it's better than what Cincinnati was like in the crosswind. Yeah, we're way right. I mean, approach-wise, folks, it looks really good. We'll look on the other side of the runway here in a second. Let's go out one more time. Overall, that's a good landing, folks. We're not going to complain. Back around again. Let's see if we can get a tower shot. Huh? Oh, it's still going backwards. Whoa, come on. Come this way. All right, folks. Well, we're going to... Yeah, we didn't do a Harrison Ford on y'all. So, hey, folks, I want to thank you all for coming out. It's been a blast flying this flight up to Duluth. Boondock Saints is hiding out there somewhere. Who knows where. But Maybe he's Fly Duluth today. I can't keep up with the name change. But great show, great time, anytime you get a chance. Boondock Saints is a good man to watch. So, by the way, let's go see if there is someone out there to go watch. Let us see. Speak of the devil. You know what? We're going to head over to Boondock Saints. He might be on final into LA. I'm not sure. Hopefully he fares better than the last time I came into LA. That was not fun. But anyway, folks, again, a pleasure flying with you all today. Thank you for your support. Hope to see you all tomorrow when we fly from Seattle to Dulles. God bless you all. Have a great Sunday night. Great start to your week. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.